Hello, hello. Welcome to my channel. My name is Emmie from Emmie Evolving. If this is your first time joining me, thank you for finding me. This is not your first time. Thank you for coming back. So, I'm going to be doing a reading for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Also for your cross watches. Also for everyone. Empaths, intuitives, all of y'all. Um, there were just like these really, really intense energies that were wafting around a few minutes ago, right before I started. Lots of distracting type energies. Okay. Like really distracting. I don't know if it's intentionally disruptive, but it was very distracting. And what ended up happening, I started having a conversation with Michael. I don't know why that. Oh Lord. I don't know where this reading is gonna go. I just know I got this feeling. Now is the time to get even. But see, the thing is, when I get that type of feeling or message, I never ever really get instruction or encouragement from my soul to get even, as in retribution, um, being vindictive, or any of that. Like, I can be salty or sour. I could also be really sweet, but it's really a matter of like, what exactly does this mean? How am I going to allow myself to be affected by this type of encouragement? So let's see. Okay. I, initially, I was wondering if it's like, I get to hurt people back now. And then I was like, but I don't want to do that. That's ugly. Like just the thought of it feels ugly to me. It feels ugly. And then I saw Michael kind of, he does this like half smile thing. He does this half smile thing. And I was like, does it mean like balance, like even myself out in my world? Is that what it means? And then he didn't say anything. So at that point I was like, well, F you then. I'll just go live. I'll let the cards tell me, which is probably what he wanted me to do anyways. That was probably some sort of like encouragement for me to go live and just get the information. Um, is getting even, forgiveness, and walking away. Well, walking away is a form of self love. I participate in self love as much as I possibly can. If I can consciously choose to love myself beyond my petty needs to be heard, be validated externally, all of that, then I'll do it. Sometimes I do find myself in petty circumstance where it's like, oh my God, I can't help myself. But forgiveness, I never participate in that. I never participate in the forgiveness program. I realized years ago, in order to truly forgive someone, you have to first identify yourself as their victim. You have to self identify as someone who is weak, who um, has no power in co-creating positive circumstance. I just, I don't know. I have a hard time accepting that. And it's not that I think I'm the best and the strongest. It's that I recognize everything that's come to me in life, whether it's situation, circumstance, people, opportunities, happiness, pain, sadness, all of that, all of those things that I experience in life, it grows me. So, in what way am I being victimized? I've now taken the person's ability to force me into a position of victim. I'm now recognizing all of this is brought to me by my higher self. What am I learning from this? They're just a method of delivery. Do I need to forgive them for doing their part, regardless of their intent? No, I don't. I also don't need to hold a grudge. I need to learn whatever it is I need to learn. So, getting even is maybe recognizing how what I recognize for myself plays a role in your life, in your learning circles, cycles, whatever it is. Okay. I'm trusting you not to pull out that card again. I'm really like, don't play with me. I have a lot of things I need to do, sir. A lot of things. All right. Let me just. The two of us building castles in the sky. You had to forgive your stepdad for the childhood trauma. I recognize because I do have a lot of childhood based traumas, like a lot. I don't know if it's just my inborn rebelliousness. I saw it as because they're still who they are. They still participate in the types of um, traumatic, trauma inducing behaviors. And like, just my logic is I don't need to forgive you. Through your challenge and attempt to destroy me as a child, first off, you failed. Even as a child, you did not have enough power to crush me and keep me down. Secondly, if you couldn't break me as a child, you for sure as won't break me as an adult. Full grown in my power. And every time that trigger from childhood pops back up, that's an opportunity for me to be like, no, we're no longer that child. We are still that powerful, but we are no longer that child. We are no longer just reactivity. We are now conscious response. I'm balanced in my truth. You will not shake me from center. I'm balanced. I'm even. I'm centered. If I have to show you darker aspects of myself, it's because that is what I chose to do as a being in control of myself and my destiny. I chose that. I felt you needed to see that to balance you in my life. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Michael says that was a pretty good answer. I wonder if they have like a spiritual pageant. I think I could do really well. Hello. Yeah. No, we don't do pageants. I just can't play the role. I can't. Here we go, guys. All right. Ooh, Wisdom Lake Queen. Celebrate the creative feminine energy and the vitality of life. This is about you rebirthing yourself, entering this process of that painful labor that we go through. A lot of what society teaches us is bullshit. Flat out bullshit. Bullshit, 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 bullshit. Bullshit, bullshit. It is bullshit. So we're taught that if we feel any kind of pain, it's bad. I'm not talking about being a masochist, which I might be. But, you know, it's not bad to feel pain because pain is the greatest teacher you will ever have in this life. How deeply do you learn the lesson when pain is involved? Pretty fucking deep. The more it hurts, the deeper the learning is, right? The deeper that learning is. And so pain when involved in labor, that's letting you know this is a sacred moment right now. You're about to bring a new life into this earth plane. Um, and that new life can be, you know, an autonomous being, physical being outside of you. That new life can be a new aspect of you. And it's really not a new aspect, if we're really going to be honest. It's an aspect of you that you never felt you had the power to give permission to exist. Let that really, really marinate in La Cabeza. Do you feel like you have the power to give permission to the parts of you that need your permission to step forward? Or are you only allowing the weakest parts of you because the weakest parts are the parts that are more able and willing to comply with the unrealistic, narcissistic, self sabotaging, self hating demands of society? I mean, the fact is this society requires you hate yourself. Why do I not fit into societal standards? Because I don't actually hate myself. And the moment you begin to experience love for the self, you will have an endless supply of individuals who will either come right out and say it or quietly talk about it behind your back. Oh my gosh, she's so full of herself. Oh my gosh, she thinks she's the shit. Oh my god. Emmie thinks she's an alpha. Well, what kind of energy do I have? I mean, I'm not a beta. Does that mean that I'm saying you're the beta because I'm an alpha? No, I'm an alpha within myself. I have alpha energy within myself. I have enough confidence in my ability to get myself out of the very bullshit that I got myself into. I mean, what is an alpha? A leader. Am I leading you? No, I'm leading myself. I'm an alpha within myself. I'm a fucking lone wolf. If there's no other wolves for me to lean on, why would I call myself a beta? Who's in front of me? Ain't nobody. Nobody. So within myself and within my field, I am my own alpha. Has nothing to do with anyone else. And these are the people who will come to you, who will talk things about you, try and unbalance you because your rising sense of self shines the light on their lack of sense of self. Has nothing to do with you. Much of the behaviors you will experience directed at you have nothing to do with you. Nothing. Nothing. Really, like nothing. No joke. Nothing. That is their old traumas. That is their own ill perceived perceptions of what they expected from you, what they thought they could take from you, what they thought they could coerce you into giving. No, that's the most powerful two letters you can combine. No, no. Oh, Emmie, so and so told me they're saying that you're no, no. You want to participate in that? You go right ahead. You're not sucking me into it. Nope. Oh, but do you want to like correct them? No. But they're saying, oh, I don't care. That has nothing to do with me. But people are listening. Okay, well, those people don't need to be a part of my life. If you can hear something ugly about me and just openly believe it without coming to me, without questioning, I don't need or want you in my life. Oh my God, I mean, you can't cut people out. Why? Because then they can't have access to me and inject my life with their toxicity? No, no. And the very people, Pisces, who will tell you that you are childish, selfish, closed off, unevolved because you're blocking people left and right. Um, you're the very person that wants to remain a part of my life so you can continue with your toxicity. I'm sorry, but I'm not a dumping ground. Neither are you. As Pisceans and empaths, we become the sacred space from which they can take rest, from which they can hide from their own bullshit behaviors, self sabotaging decisions, all of that. They come to us and hide within us. That's fine. I have no problem being your sanctuary, your safe space. I love it. It's an honor to me, but I will not be your dumping ground. No, nope, no. And I'm not going to hold up signs. I ain't Smokey the Bear. I'm sorry. I may be fluffy, but I'm not Smokey the Bear. It is not my job to hold up little signs of when you're like doing this. No, when I recognize you're trying to leave a mess within my life, I'm out. I don't need to explain. I don't need you to get on the same page as me. I don't need you to understand. I recognize a need. I'm going to fulfill it. I'm out. It's not my place to tell you that I'm living better than you. It's not my place to tell you that you need to change this. That I mean, I have this same type of connection with my husband. I'm not going to tell you to change, but the moment your existence dishonors, disrespects my soul, I'm gonna keep loving you, but from afar. I'm not going to talk to you no more. We're not going to do this shit. No, no. We don't always have to agree. And me and him are fucking polar opposites, literally polar opposites. Why does it work? Because we both recognize like we're probably never going to agree on anything, but we can come to this middle ground where we can begin to respect each other's personal quirks. It's perfectly fine. It'll work. So here, brilliant sky, illuminating sun, the entire universe manifests out of our awareness. So, would you believe that you are already conscious and enlightened, and your entire life you will spend attempting to expand your awareness of this fact? And that is what the ascension process is. It's an awareness of what already exists within you. You are capable of manifesting positivity just as much as negativity. You're capable of that. You're highly capable. So, what ends up happening is we believe when it's something negative, someone else did this to us. Oh, but Emmy, you can't make up this kind of analogy because what about children? How about I tell you, my soul is so fucking powerful that it's selected, hand selected specific people to be my parents because it's those specific people who would be most able to provide the experiences that will shape me into who I need to be in order to further become who I actually am. A lot of fucked up shit has happened to me in life. A lot of fucked up shit. Have I been a victim at any point? No. Have I understood at every single point why things are happening to me? No. Have I benefited every single time that I've given myself the opportunity to begin discerning what's happening and what the potential good stuff is from what's happening? Yes. Every single fucking time. Every single time. Every single time. Every single time. So, guardian at the temple gate, use your strengths to help someone who is struggling. Ooh, y'all, I tell you this message. Okay. I went to the store the other day. I don't know where the picture is. I went to the store the other day and I guess there was someone who was in need of help. They had like a small, it was about this big piece of cardboard, and they wrote in black Sharpie, struggling. That's it. Struggling. The most powerful, powerful cry for help. They weren't holding it anymore. It was just against the wall outside. And I was like, that's such a powerful thing. Two things about that are powerful. It's powerful to be able to ask for help. Society would tell you that it's weakness. You're showcasing your weakness. For the people that say that to you, fuck you for being part of the reason why they're struggling to begin with. Take your toxicity and shove it up your own ass. Marinate in it, okay? Don't be spreading it to other people. Secondly, the second reason that that one word is so powerful is the fact that you've taken the time to recognize where you're at. Ooh, how many of you recognize? How many of you have the ability, the courage to recognize and be honest with yourself about how much you're struggling? As Pisceans and empaths, we're not allowed to. We are the group that struggles the most existing in this place, yet we are not allowed to. We're not. When was the last time you were able to openly cry in front of other people without this fear of them calling you dramatic or sensitive? How about I get dramatic and slap the shit out of you? Yo, my hormones be too much. Don't take me seriously. Don't slap nobody. Ugh. Mm. I have 3 counselors. How many of those 3 are balanced individuals? Let's get real powerful. Let's get real, real, real fucking powerful right now. We go to people outside of ourselves who went to school to specialize in psychology and, you know, childhood development. All of these things are specialists in their field. How many of them are living a happy, peaceful life, centered in stillness and peace? And this didn't dawn on me until my chiropractor, who was before that a psychologist and licensed therapist, and then he had enough, quit that job, purchased the chiropractic practice that I was already going to, and he became someone who really would talk to me a lot, um him and his masseuse, they both she was amazing. I liked her. But yeah, he told me one day um how he had left his successful private practice. He is a psychologist and he's a licensed therapist. He got pretty far in his field. And I was like, "Really? I mean, weren't you making amazing money?" This is obviously years ago, right? And he goes, "Yeah, but it's not worth it." I was like, "Well, I mean, how do you be in that field for as long as you have and then just one day quit?" He goes, "Well, I came to realize the only reason I chose that as my specialty is because of how broken I was from my own life. And instead of fixing myself, I went ahead and got an education to try and fix other people." I was like, "Well, shit. How'd that work out for you?" He was like, "Never been happier. Never been happier." 59% at 11:11. Woo! Yes. 77% at 11:11. 2 2. What's up? Let's just okay there. Ooh, this I got missed calls. So, why would you listen to someone who goes into the field of practice that they go into because they're practicing on all their patients the very things they refuse to apply to themselves? Why? Why? Well, then, Emmy, should we listen to you? Well, that's up to you. But I tell you right now, I've been through the lowest of lows and I sat there for some time. I've risen to the highest of highs. I flew there sometime for some time. And then I found myself centered in the truth that I have permission to go to both places. Both places exist within myself because I am a totality. I'm not here to impress anyone. I'm here to remember these aspects of myself that cause me to be an even deeper expression of my most authentic truth. And that authentic truth is that there is no shame in any part of me. Sometimes inappropriate parts of me come out. Sometimes I express things in an inappropriately aggressive manner. Sometimes I stay silent when I should speak, but these are all parts of the process that I'm in and day out, of trying to recover more parts of me. And every time I mess up, every time someone attacks me, nothing is being done to me by someone else. My soul is providing me the opportunities, in real life opportunities, to put into practice the things that I've learned. All of this wealth of knowledge that I've acquired through a lifetime of suffering, it's useless if I cannot apply it into my life now. That's when the knowledge ferments and then turns into this beautiful kombucha of wisdom. And people be like, "Oh my God, kombucha is so nasty. It smells like feet." Well, it smells like the very thing that kind of walks you through your life. Let that really, sink in. We've demonized the parts of us that help us to move forward. Why is that? Why is that? Down to the smell. If it smells like the very thing that causes you to move forward, I'm going to be averse to it. I mean, yeah, I'm averse to feet. I am. I'm averse to feet. But I recognize a lot of that aversion is rooted in this subconscious aversion to forward movement. Why is that? Is it because I'm afraid I'm going to fail? No, it's not. I used to think it was. It's actually this fear that the more I accomplish, the more people will witness, and the more witnesses they are, the more witnesses there are, the less likely I'll be able to go back to this state of pretending I'm not who I actually am. I know I'm not the only one that has this aversion to success. How many of you empaths shame yourself for any type of progress you make as a human being? We can do all of this spiritual stuff where we allow ourselves to grow in spiritual ways. But the moment that is translated into financial success, some sort of financial stability, you're greedy. You're selfish. You're a part of the problem. Shut the fuck up, Draco. Shut your mouth, Draco. I mean, honestly, I kind of feel like we need to start saying this. When someone says that to you, shut up, Draco. Nope. No Draco speak here. No, draconian. Go back to your overlord. Yeah. Yeah. That's some shit. That is some shit. Yeah, I mean, you could get real passionate about it and take it all the way to this point of like, no, draconian, you are speaking to a god of flesh. I mean, I would take it however far you need, but you need to defend yourself in your own struggle. There is no one outside of you that's going to save you. They're not going to save you from yourself. They're not going to save you from this circumstance you created for yourself through the options that you've chosen. Yeah. Um, yeah, no one. No one. Because unless you're willing to choose your own salvation from your own elevated struggle, I really don't know who's going to come and save you. I really don't know. Intuition is blind within the world. This world seeks to continue to keep you blind, blind to the truth that you have everything you need, all the components you need in your life right here, right now. You have all the parts that are necessary for you to grow to the heights and depths that you need. How does a tree become strong and stable? By growing tall? Well, if your roots are shallow, high winds will knock you over. Mhm. The truly formidable trees have roots as deep as they have their trunk high. That's some craziness, isn't it? Be that type of tree. Card number 21, mirrored souls. Louise L. Sexy. I think this is gonna be no, I'm joking. Yeah, mirrored souls. There is someone or several people who mirror your soul. If you are the more feminine of the two, the masculine is looking at you. They're looking straight at you while you try and avert your gaze. They're looking straight at you. Just say. I'm joking, Louise. I don't know. It might be you. I don't know. Who cares, girl? Okay. Card number 14, Golden Crown. This is a baptism through the flames. Okay. If you don't know what that means, you definitely need to look it up. You definitely need to look it up. You need to allow yourself to recognize when you are being baptized through the flames. First, through a rise in your awareness. Secondly, as you dance through that shit. Hmm. I mean, at first, she's like, is my head on fire? Is there a fire in the head? And then you get to this point where you're like, boom, shellac, like, boom. Let that fire burn. Oh, yes. Yes. Okay. So, card number 42, the word wants to be written. I don't normally get this. I don't normally get this message from this card, but the word wants to be written. It's like documenting something, documenting information just so that you will have something tangible to refer back to. I don't know what's about to happen, but you're about to be rebalanced. Excuse me. Card number 7, Legacy of Light. You come from a legacy of light. You do. These are all the parts of you that have existed before you in this life. This is you coming back home to your avatar self, to your Rishik self. This is you allowing yourself to go from the childhood of your consciousness to the adulthood and then eventually to the elderhood. It's time. It is time. The cycles are complete. The time is ripe. You have the final say, though. Okay. You have the final say. Card number 37, focus on the light. Just focus. Focus on the parts of you, no matter how dim they seem. Focus on those parts that will help guide you back onto your path. This light might come from someone who serves as a sunflower. You're definitely not a sunflower. You are now removed. Okay, card number 37, focus on the light, okay? Many of us think that if our light is not at full blast, that we're somehow useless. I'm sorry, but that's a lie. When you exist in a world that is as dark as the world we exist in, even the dull glow of embers dying in the night provide enough light for you to find your path. Just saying. If you feel like your light is about to go out, ask yourself why. Have you given too much of your firewood to the very people who just played with it? Have you given too much of your fuel, your energy? Have you allowed the wood that was to serve as the fuel for your rise? Have you given it away to people who wanted to build bridges so that they could continue to come back to you and take from you? Because if that's the case, dismantle those bridges and use them for your fire. Use them for your own return to your own greatness. You were not tasked to be someone's chambermaid. You were not tasked to be their whipping girl or whipping boy. I don't know if you notice this, empaths and Pisceans, no matter what you do in a given situation, there will be people who will blame you for that shit. I'm sorry, what the fuck did I do? You have an insecurity. You see me existing in my truth, not having a problem with people talking shit to me while I'm live. And all of a sudden, I'm not supportive of you and you feel insecure. No, baby. No, I didn't need to support you. You needed to find your own fucking security within yourself and stop comparing yourself to someone that's not you. This is what they always do. This is what they do because this is who they are. And if you want to continue to participate in that, then you are enabling their diseased mentality. Oh, let me show you guys this. I don't know if so it's two guys in a car. I can't show it because I might get a strike on my channel. It's two guys in a car. And then it says Pisces after they cut out people from their lives that have known them since, forever. And one guy says to the other, how do you sleep at night? And assuming is the Piscean was like a baby. It's true. If you're cross watching for Pisces, I'm going to tell you a factoid that you need to know. By the time a Piscean cuts you out of their life, it's because you deserved it. You can call me mean or a bitch or whatever you want, but I'm going to speak the truth to you. It's because you deserved it. It's because you cut them and 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 cut them. And then asked them to cut themselves for you because you got tired of cutting them. And so they kept cutting themselves until that fucking cord was severed completely. And now you're free. Go do your own fucking shit. Leave Pisces alone. They've taken enough shit from you. How many Pisces say I'm lying? Hmm? Say it to my good ear and my good eye. How many say I'm lying? Yeah, none. Because a Piscean will continue to take your shit until they really have no other option. At which point you will forever remain on the fringes, watching like a creeper because they'll never let you back in. No, they won't. They'll never let you back in because after that point, they're nothing but living scar tissue. And the knives you try and use to cut them again so that you can re-enter, it's not going to be sharp enough. It's just not. It's not going to cut through all the shit you put them through. And they're gone. So let them go, move forward. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. Card number 34. Let's see. Let's see what this has to say. Y'all making me sweat. Card number 34, 10th house, the world. The desire for fame tempts even noble minds. Fame in the world at large. In astrology, the 10th house, which is at the top of the zodiac, embodies the masculine principle and represents the father or primary male influence, or at least a very powerful, influential man. So, Pisceans and empaths, have you been allowing yourself to really, really drink from that river of toxic masculinity, toxic patriarchal energy? And I'm not talking about men are evil. Okay. That's the furthest thing from what I'm saying. I'm talking about this system that we exist within that was built off of the foundation of toxic patriarchy. Are you participating in that where you don't allow the feminine aspects of you to come forward to nurture you? Because we have the masculine and the feminine both within us. This concept of I need someone outside of me to complete me is a very concept that will forever keep you imprisoned within your own weakness. I am powerful because I have both masculine and feminine, with one stepping in front of the other when it's most appropriate for it to. If I need to embody more masculine energy, I will. If I need to be softer and more feminine, I will. If I need to allow that really, really potent female energy to come out, that feminine savagery, I will, because there's nothing the masculine can do to stop that. Nothing. And if I need to have my masculine aspects be the very strong arms that hold me up when all I want to do is sit down and fail, I will. This is about balancing yourself within yourself. Within yourself. Like really, really allowing all these different aspects of you to step forward when it's time for it to step forward. People in this world want you to be a static expression of their expectations. I'm sorry. That's not what I was created for. I was created to be an unapologetic, dynamic, complex energy expressed in simplicity, but capable of chaotic change. I am a quantum anomaly in a linear world. I can never be linear with you, ever. I can't do it for you. I can't do that. I don't want to do that. I refuse to do that. No, I am chaotic in my process. That is my chaos. It belongs to me. It is the root of my power. Have you ever met someone who lives like really messy, where their stuff is all over the place, and you try to do them a favor and you clean up their house, and suddenly they don't know where none of their shit is? Mhm. Mhm. But if you had left it messy, they knew exactly where it was. They knew where all the stuff was. That is a Piscean and empath heart. Leave things where they lie. You know exactly where people stand with you. You know what soils they're rooted in. If the plant that grows from them is toxic, do you need that toxicity? Is that toxicity the same thing as what holistic practitioners do? Where, like for like, if I need to do something, I learned this from my naturopath. She was like telling me some anecdotal stories that might apply to my child. And it's an autoimmune situation. So anytime the immune system is triggered for my child, I was telling her this. Whenever his immune system is triggered to fight some sort of infection, his skin clears up. All of these symptomatic presentations of internal disease are gone, like for like. Sometimes it's a very poison that creates the symptoms you're experiencing, that's the very thing that will trigger your body to respond, to counteract your own toxicity. So I'm wondering, are toxic people being allowed to continue to access you because you are giving permission so that they can trigger an immune response, a spiritual immune response? I recognized that for myself years ago. These people who are saying and doing all of these hurtful things to me, they are this external expression, a projection of what I'm doing to myself. That's why it's such a prominent thing within my awareness. Like, oh my God, I can't believe people are doing this to me. What did I do? I just want to be a good person. Well, you don't think you're a good person, boo. That's why they're doing this shit to you. They think they can get away with this shit because there's some part of you that resonates like, oh my God, I might be demonic because I can do shit that people are said, you can't do that. And then I had to have a real conversation with myself. You are judging yourself based off of the teachings of this religious order that used Jesus as an excuse to expand empire, slaughtered millions upon millions of indigenous peoples. How the fuck are you gonna listen to those motherfuckers? Oh, that's right, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not. If you are talking from a place of toxicity and haven't removed yourself from that toxicity, I'm not listening to you. It's the very same thing as someone who is completely out of shape, fluffier than I am, telling me how I'm supposed to work out. Motherfucker, how come you can't do that shit for me? That's right, because you refuse to do that shit for yourself. I'm not listening to you because you read some books. Case in point, I know this one girl who had the most beautiful curly hair. And she did something to, I think she dyed it or something. And she put a post on Facebook and she said her hair was like super fried because of what she did to it. What should she do? She took the advice of this fucking middle-aged man, told her, because he reads all these books and stuff. He told her to put coconut oil in her hair. I didn't see it for a day or two. I was like, oh, no, no, no. You don't want to put coconut oil in your hair and make that shit snap right off. Her shit snapped off. It snapped off. Well, because so and so told me. I'm like, girl, you know he's fucking bald, right? She goes, well, yeah, but why are you gonna listen to a bald man about your long ass hair? I'm sorry. Where's the logic in that shit? Are y'all listening to a bald man regarding your long spiritual hair? Because if you are, your shit's probably gonna snap off. I told her. I put coconut on my hair and it just dries the shit out of my hair. It dries out my skin. I mean, and I knew he was full of shit because he tried to tell me my child who had a fucking staph infection across his forehead as a newborn. All he needed was coconut oil. I'm like, are you fucking stupid? This has spread to his scalp. This is beyond the scope of coconut oil. Like, please don't be stupid with me right now. Tend to your own bald head. I think bald heads are sexy though. I just do. Stop. Okay. Saturn truth. Here we go. Here we go. Don't be listening to people who can't do for themselves the very things they're instructing you on. People try to give me fucking child rearing advice. I'm sorry. Didn't your child just call you a bitch? You're the last one supposed to be giving advice, boo boo. Are you giving me advice because this is shit that you wish you could do for your child, but you just don't? Like, don't listen to people. Live your life. Hear what other people have to say. Take yourself away from that. Privately consider, how does this resonate with me? Does this feel true? Does this apply? Am I being honest with myself in regards to which one am I in this equation that she talked about? Millie, or those who don't have any children. But they do. They're a fur mommy. I've had that too. I've had that too. I've had someone instruct me on medical advice for my child based off of what happened to their puppy. I mean, I know I have a lot of kids, but I'm not on like a breeding program. I'm not like I'm not a dog and my child's not a puppy. That's just some crazy shit. Crazy shit. As she has planted, so does she harvest. Such is the field of karma. Are you letting people plant seeds in your garden, watering them, tending to them, and then wondering why these toxic plants have grown? The more you tend to seed, the more likely it will grow. You're going to come across people your entire life planting seeds in your garden. They will leave seeds intentionally, unintentionally, seeds everywhere, everywhere, everywhere. Not all those seeds grow, only ones that have all the components that are necessary. It's necessary for you to give your time, energy, and attention to that seed in order for it to grow. Is it because someone said something so rattling to you, so upsetting to you, and now you can't stop thinking about it? And you're like, they're so wrong. They're so wrong. Yeah, you're watering that seed. If you know they're wrong for you, they're wrong for you, move forward. Move forward. And you can go so far as like, damn, that stupid ass bitch. And then let it go. Take your seed with you, bitch. Yeah. Pick up the seed and toss it out of your garden. I don't need to think about that anymore. Emmie, you're such an avoider. You avoid everything. Yeah, avoid the things that I don't want. And there's nothing wrong with me knowing what I want and don't want. Because I trust that even if I avoid the very things that I don't want, if it's something that I need in order to grow, my soul will bring it back around to me. It always does. It always does. Might be other people that are used to deliver the message. It might be the same one. Who knows? Who knows? Oh, can you pay my bills? Can you pay my telephone bills? Can you pay my automobile? No, go away. She said, all those wrong people don't pay my bills. It's true. It's true. The Saturn card says that it may feel bad now, but it's going to be resolved. Saturn also deals with power and control, often meaning law enforcement and the military. Okay. Let's just go ahead and read the other part. If y'all need to know, this is the Black Moon Astrology Card Guidebook by Susan Shepard, page 40 and 41. If you would like to screenshot this, and we just leave it at that. Okay, so it's about restrictions, having tough luck, being put on hold, feeling denied, something flawed that needs to be corrected, the truth, what you need to know, what's solid in your life, working hard, a taskmaster, denied. It's all about masculine men, father, grandfathers, husbands, authority figures. Learning through hardship and emotional pain. Okay, I'm about to chug it. I'm about to chug it. So with this card, I'm kind of getting this sense of like Sorry if me slamming the book hurt your ear. The masculine is looking. The masculine is looking. The feminine is averting the eyes. I don't know if maybe you're having some kind of thing between a masculine energy and a feminine energy. The masculine energy knows they fucked up. Good. Mm-hmm. Good. We got to learn at some point, right? um, okay. On the more positive note, you may meet a fatherly type who will help you advance with your goals. Saturn can sometimes herald the appearance of a sage or a teacher. That might be me. I'm masculine. Let me just fucking stop. Let me stop. Let's talk about Lilith because that's always a good one. You like my hat? I saw a couple comments on my hat already. It was made by Titi Lisa. I believe she has an Etsy store. Hold on. All of my hats right now are made by her. I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. Yeah, no, let me just stop. Do any of you know what her Etsy link is? But I swear it feels like angels cupping my head, like telling me, calm down. Yeah, no, it's just, I don't know why. She makes it in a way where it just, I like it snug, but not too snug. And then she makes this other design. It's just right there. I can't get to it. Where it has well, I asked her to make this closed, but it's an opening right here. So if you wear a ponytail, you could totally, and then you just, let me stop. Let me stop. Card number 12, Black Moon Lilith. In revenge and in love, woman is the more barbaric. Woman is more barbaric than man. Female energy, really. It can. It can. So it's time to be careful. Think of what might manifest over anger, bitterness, or revenge. What you have worked so hard for may collapse. Okay, this is about mystery, transformation. She represents the powers we hold in secret. When this card comes up, something lurks. Oh, I don't know. We were told several times someone's watching you. Someone's watching you. For some of you, Michael's telling me to stop being snarky. I'll stop. I'll stop. For some of you, whoever's watching is watching because they really, really recognize some of the missteps they've made, the ways in which their own triggering triggered you and hurt you, and probably the opportunity to reconnect is long forever gone. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe not. Say it again. Or maybe not for some. Okay. Um, for others, it might be that they're just totally unhealthily obsessed with you, just like unhealthily obsessed. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if maybe they're accustomed to, I don't know, preying on someone else, or maybe they're like, you're the one that got away and they can't, their ego won't let them go past that. Um, it's just nasty. It's ugly. It's ugly. If you can't let someone go and you know there's no possible way of any reconnection, or it's kind of hard to say when it comes to things that It's kind of hard to say when it comes to things that are soul based, but if it's like, if it's just, it's hard. It's hard to talk about this because of the fact that people will use spiritual teachings to justify their unhealthy obsession, very unhealthy obsession. I don't know what it is about. I have someone who has been stalking me. I don't know for like almost 30 years. Hmm. About 26 years. Bruh. I know at some point you're going to watch this video. I really am not interested in getting back with you. Go spend time with your wife. So they're not going to stop. Who gives a shit? Live your best life. Live your best life. Let them continue doing whatever the fuck they're doing. Hmm. They're not going to stop. Who cares? I'm not going to live my life in accordance with my aversion to you. I'm just going to live my life. I'm just going to live my life. And people need to respect this. And if they don't, they need to be cut out of your life. Okay? You don't need to be nice. And I think what the way I fucked up was around year 15 or something like that. They messaged on, I don't know, MySpace or something, and I tried to be nice. Ah, no, with people like that, being nice tells them there's a chance to feed off of you again. No, no, no. Okay. Oh, okay. Black Moon Lilith card in brief. Glamour, meaning like spells to obscure your perception, to really distort your perception. Okay. Stalkers aren't nice. Just so you know, nice guys finish last. Stalkers are not nice people. They're deranged people. There's a difference between being a stalker and having an unfinished spiritual connection with an individual. And stalkers will use that concept to justify their continued unfair, illegal, immoral breach of your privacy, personal space, and boundaries. Huge, huge difference. Huge difference. Yeah. Huge difference. And this stalker of 20 something years is a gangbanger. Definitely not a nice person. Okay. Well, I don't know if they're still a gangbanger, but they were for quite some fucking time. Okay. Getting back to the book. Getting back to the book. So, glamour. So, someone is doing some sort of buru buru to you. They're doing some buru buru. I don't know. Like, what kind? What kind? What are you? For some, for some, there's someone who is actively, intentionally either attempting magical practice or paying someone to practice day magic on you. Yeah, um, that's really a real thing. Just so you know, it's really a real thing. Um, bitchiness. The feminine force, an invisible force, complicated circumstances, stalking. The colors red and purple. So red is survival, purple is royalty. Purple is a mixture of blue and red. Survival commingled with spiritual sovereign power. So going from strictly survival to a totality. The red and the blue, a totality. Shame, envy, guilt, rejection, feelings of being replaced, feelings of being slighted or overlooked, demands of power, control, outsmarting the opposition, what survives, what stays alive. The balancing of karma. Very, very interesting. No, there are not only girls here, but the men who join me have a tendency to be much more refined, respectful, and elevated in their intelligence. That's me being an asshole to you. I said what I said. I said what I said. Dear Spirit, bring a gentle touch. Bring a gentle touch when it comes to yourself. Okay. Bring a gentle touch when it comes to you speaking to yourself about what it is you really need from yourself, need from your life, need from the people in your life, the people you want out of your life. What do you really need? Are you really truly being selfish by having needs? You know, I mean, I don't know. I don't know that you're being selfish in that. I don't know that you even fully realize the people who have convinced you you're being selfish for taking care of yourself are the very people who have been feeding off of you. Does it make sense for us to do that? Does it make sense for us to allow other people to shame us when we recognize what they're actually doing to us? And once you recognize that, honey, don't you go and tell yourself that you were so stupid and so weak because you didn't know all of this. Like, I should have known. Well, yeah, stop. Stop. Stop shaming yourself for finally reaching a point where you recognize what you were living through. It's not about being stupid. It's not about being weak. It's about clearing the muck from your eyes and finally seeing with clarity. That's very hard to do when people keep throwing shit at your eyes. It's hard. It's very, very hard. And if you wouldn't attack someone else for not realizing the intensity of the toxicity of their situation, why do you do it to yourself? Who are you to think that you deserve to be punished more than the people around you, or that you don't deserve as much love as the people around you receive from you? Who do you think you are? Hmm? Hmm? Last I checked, um, Jesus also ate when he suddenly fed everyone all those fish and bread. He didn't not eat. He broke bread with them. That means he ate. That means he ate, he shared food with them. That means his existence is an expression of truth from divinity itself, telling you, reminding you, give to the self as much as you give to others. Give to the self as much as you give to others. And that's just balance right there. That's a balanced approach to your existence. Why would you give so much to everyone else and keep nothing for yourself? And now you're in a hard position because I'm sorry, who was going to help you when you're the person who constantly gives, puts up this whole branded image of you're powerful, you got this, you don't need no help from anyone else, and then you're not even going to ask them for. So who exactly was going to help you? And now that you can't help yourself and you're in a bad situation and you don't refuse to ask for help from other people, you're no longer in a position to continue helping someone who you have established and maintained a dependency with. You created a codependency, you maintained it, you perpetuated it. Who are they going to depend on now? So it's important for you to really look out for yourself, to really, really protect yourself, provide for yourself, and whatever you can, and you're drawn to do so by your heart, do that. I recognized not too long ago, just a few years back, the reason I kept over giving everything was because I was apologizing to the world for existing, for being stable, and for having abundance. My abundance that I worked for coming in. Do that make fucking sense? Does that make sense? That I need to be sorry for all of that. I need to be sorry for being a very good hearted person with a huge heart. I need to be sorry for wanting to help people. What was that about? It was about me still being apologetic for existing. I don't need to apologize for the fact that creation decided I needed to exist in the way that I exist, where I exist, with whatever level of abundance I exist at, abundance in all its forms. I don't need to be sorry for that. I just need to accept myself and allow other people to witness whatever it is they need to witness with me on my journey. Transformation is beautiful. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. You are being guided to a place of transformation within yourself. A lot of the people in your life who just a lot of people in your life are not going to understand the changes. That's okay. Most people won't understand the changes. There will be a portion of that group who will not understand, but they'll roll with it. They love you. They don't need you to stay the same person. They might be worried. They might think you're going through some shit, but they'll stick around. They'll be supportive. And then this other group, which is the majority, you're different. Like, you're so different. Did you need me to stay the same so that you could keep using me? Are you upset that I'm different because it's harder for you to take from me the very things that I kept giving and you knew was too much? Is that what it is? Because usually that's what it is. Usually these people don't like that now they have to work harder to use you. And not everyone is using you. That's the thing. This is a dynamic that we create with other people. We volunteer to establish this dynamic and we maintain it at our detriment. We teach people how to treat us, how to view us. We teach them this. What are you teaching people? Are you teaching them that it is okay, normal, and you like being taken advantage of? And why are you teaching them that? Here's the kicker. I recognize a large portion of why I would establish and maintain these types of detrimental connections is because it trauma bonded us. We're both traumatized. I'm strong. I can be your rock. So long as you exist in a traumatized state and are depleted, I can keep giving to you. What's my benefit from that? Well, I know you need me. Codependency is one hell of a drug. I recognize everything that I was doing for someone else were the things that I so deeply wanted and needed someone else to do for me. But heaven forbid I ever say it. Heaven forbid I ever ask people for help. Heaven forbid people see me in a weak state, aka vulnerability. Because I'm powerful. Powerful people are not afraid of vulnerability. When I was able to work through this and recognize the patterns that I was establishing and maintaining with other people, and I began to get a better sense of self, a better sense of how I am co creating this toxicity, how I seek it out in other people. And it was never to control anyone. I never tell you what to do. I have my own thing that I'm going through where I need you to need me. So I'll just keep providing whatever it is you need. I mean, I know if you decide that, that's going to really fuck up your whole life. You go ahead and do that. I'm not going to encourage you, but I'm not going to stop you either, because if you fuck up like that, you're going to need me a lot longer. Some really fucked up logic, right? I didn't even realize this was my logic. It took me nearly my entire life to recognize this was my logic. Being okay with not being okay. That's huge. That's huge for empaths and Pisceans. Honestly, for every single human being. Being okay with not being okay. That's huge. Huge. Yeah. Why are we not okay with being not okay? Why? Well, because people will see us as weak. People will think that we are not successful. Well, they already think that about you. They do. The people who think these things about you, they already thought that about you. And they're sticking around to get examples from you in your life that will justify their improper condemnation of you. They've just always been like that. They just couldn't tell you. Because the people who are like that have a tendency to be fucking cowards. They're fucking cowards. They won't say it to your face. They won't share with you the toxicity of their beliefs about you. Instead, they'll go around and tell other people, recruit other people. Those are my favorite. It's because of them and their little groups that I've become so secure in myself. Pisceans, empaths, when people do this to you, you need to shift the way you receive this. Instead of seeing it as, see people pick on me, I'm weak. Shift that perception 1 degree at a time until you get to a place where it's like, these fucking bitches believe in me more than I do. They're trying to take me down because they say I'm powerful. I don't really believe that, bitches, but okay, let's play. Let's play. You don't want me to do this? That's what I'm gonna fucking do. Oh, you want me to stay away from there? That's where I'm fucking going. Oh, you want me to be quiet? I'm gonna sing from the fucking mountaintops. What else? What else? What else are you going to try and encourage me to do with your present? What else? Huh? Oh, you want me to stop live streaming? Let me live stream across 3 or 4 different platforms then. Try and shut that shit down. Cute. Cute shit. Nightingale spirit, love is all around. Love is all around you. Love is not just this cuddly thing that people think it is. It's not. The truth of omnilove is it has the power and the ability to raise you up just as easily as it can tear you down. And that's the truth of love. Sometimes the most loving thing, good morning, bitch, the most loving thing that can happen is someone walking away from you. So you can begin to see all the ways in which you've walked away from yourself. Ooh, that hurt real good. That hurt real good. That did. That did. So let's swing this back around to this topic right here, that mirrored soul. So, if we want to touch on the topic of twin flame stuff, twin rays, twin flames, yada, yada, there's so much separation that goes on. There's so much dramatic as fuck separation that goes on between these two souls that are said to be of one. Um, yeah, that's a beautiful thing. That like walking away, that sense of abandonment. Why? Is it because I'm a masochist? Or is it because I recognized in that moment, like in that specific moment, it was a recognition of this reflection of something I kept doing to myself inside of myself. That it became such an elevated, expanded, amplified lesson of recognizing what I am doing to me, myself, and I, expressed outside of myself. Mm, mhm. So, really diving into that topic, this one individual who I had identified as a twin ray, I can seriously say I've never even heard their voice before. How does that apply to me? Have I ever allowed myself to truly hear my voice, hear the words that are spoken out of my mouth in a whisper, hushed tones, the words that come out in such a passionate way? Um, have I ever really allowed myself to hear myself? Have I continued to withhold myself from myself? Have I asked other people to read me and my hidden pain because I couldn't speak it out into being? Because once I did that, then I could no longer deny how much life hurts unnecessarily. What if all you needed was this recognition of someone who embodies your pain, exists outside of you, and that maybe it's time to address the pain inside of you? What if it's that? Are twin flames and twin rays the same? Yes and no. So, twin flames are like fraternal twins. You each have your own internal shield. Your core shield is separate, but you exist within the same womb. Twin rays are identical twins. You share one amniotic sac. You can never separate. To separate truly would mean the death of the two. Mm. You share the same amniotic sac. So, twin flames share the womb, have different sacs. Twin rays share the sac and the womb, and they bathe in the same waters of creation, the same creative pee pee waters. Let me just read the final card. Let's read the final card. It's time to get even. Even within yourself, allowing the masculine and the feminine energies within you to exist at the same level and freeing them both to come forward, amplify, expand when is appropriate for your life. Okay. Oh, all right. Here goes. Anyone can be a divine counterpart. If they play a role in your development, they are a counterpart to that lesson. If they are a component of your spiritual journey, they are a counterpart. And I feel like we just put so much emphasis on those terms. I've been with my husband, who is not my twin flame. He is not a twin ray. I have been with this man for 20 something years. I don't fucking know. 22 years. 22 years. And I mean, he's really helped me to learn so much about myself and my journey without having any of that title. He is a divine counterpart to myself and my heart. Do I still have a twin ray? Yeah. Michael says, check the face. I don't want to. I don't wanna look at my face. Was it weird? Did I make a weird face? You like that face. You like all my faces. Mikaela, you like all my faces. He's laughing. He does like all my faces. He likes my attitudes too. Isn't that right? You like my fucking attitude. And don't say sometimes. You like it all the time. I'm not asking, I'm telling. Yeah. He goes, are you asking me? No, I'm not asking. I'm telling you. You like all my faces and my attitudes. Okay. So, card number 43, Hand of Fatima. Did I not pull this card yesterday? Hand of Fatima. I can never leave you. Not for a moment. Not for a moment. I can never leave you. Not for a moment. Not for an hour. You are in everything I do. You are my everything. My drink is your sweetness. I move to your command. I am a surrendered prey in your hands, and you are my consuming lion. Your soul and my soul are truly one soul. I swear to our one soul, I long for no one but you. In the garden of your grace, I'm only a germinating sprout. The crown of my blooming is a desire to be in your arms. My hand watches over you. It brings you blessings and comfort, protection and grace. Radiant with divinity am I, and you are my child, my beloved, my angel, and my body too. I shall never leave you. Turn your inner eye to me and see the light of my grace in your heart. You cannot be harmed. You cannot be defiled. You can only ever be what you are, me, alive, radiant with love. You are giving birth to more spirit than you have ever held before. During such times, a divine midwife can be helpful and supportive. This is Fatima, a radiant daughter of the great beloved, who reaches from the skies and reaches up from within your body, from deep within the earth, and brings you the gift of protection, grace, and love. You are safe. You are held and you are bound within her warmth. She has received your prayers and she honors your devotion to life, to love, and to growth. She will help you. Ask for her blessing daily. You can use the simple sacred honoring ritual to do so if you need guidance on how to pray to her. But any words from your heart spoken in authenticity will suffice, no matter how simple or ornate they may be. She responds to the feeling behind the words and she responds instantly beyond time and space. In fact, she has responded even now, perhaps before you even knew she was needed. I'm told to read this again. She responds to the feeling behind the words and she responds instantly. Thank you, Wicked Love Media. You are also being, okay, this oracle brings you the guidance that is This oracle brings you the guidance that what is being born in your life right now, in your own consciousness as a seed, perhaps of a new way of being, a new idea, belief system, philosophy, or sense of self, is going to come to maturity under the loving protection of the Divine Mother. You are also being asked to heed your intuition and instincts. Have some discernment about who you involve yourself with and how you choose to use your time and energy. Allow yourself to feel her guidance and comfort in you by giving yourself permission to be nurtured through your own choices and the people or situations you say yes or no to in your life. This is a way to honor her presence and allow her to help you, which she wishes to do in all ways possible. Love is all things you see, and that means saying no can mean saying yes to something greater. So give yourself permission to say your no and yes as dictated by your heart. This oracle also brings you the message that your body is sacred and worth your attention. You do not have to become obsessed. You do not have to push or judge your body, but you can honor him or her as a sacred animal through which your spirit creates soul and expresses itself in the world. This is a truly wonderful and amazing gift, extraordinary and yet fraught with challenge. The spirit can be powerful, sometimes it can be hesitant too, enough to really engage with the body and come to life. There's a story that the angels sang music to lure the spirit into the body, but used its freedom. It was reluctant to experience itself in what looked like rather confining matter. The spirit did not know what Fatima would be initiating the spirit into her mysteries through the body. She was going to be sharing the sensuality of life, the sacredness of love, the deep mystery of life, death, and rebirth, and the wonders of nature. She was going to show the divine could live not only in light, but also in flesh. This oracle comes with guidance, giving your body rest and healing is most beneficial at this time. There are symptoms you are experiencing, anything from fuzzy headedness to tiredness and aches and pains, as well as shifts in the body temperature that seem unbalanced. And these are directly related, if not solely, to the interaction of your spiritual essence with your sacred animal body. These will even out under her grace and protection, like two housemates learning to live together and enhance each other, rather than distract and annoy each other with their quirks and differences. This settling in process will happen all the more easily when you ask for help. So, uh, I'm sleepy. Um, I hope whoever needed to hear the words that were said heard whatever they needed to hear, not wanted to hear, but needed to hear. This great balancing that's occurring within you can sometimes be painful emotionally, sometimes physiologically. Give yourself the love you give to other people. Don't withhold yourself, just like you never withhold your love and support from even the people who don't deserve that type of honor. And that is a fact of life. Not everyone deserves you. Not everyone is worthy to receive the type of unconditional love and healing you so freely offer. It's time for you to learn the difference between people who need it and people who want it because they can take it. That's not okay. Love yourself in the way you love other people, so completely and wholeheartedly, with a willingness to defend, protect, provide, heal, all of that. If you can do it for other people, you need to begin doing it for yourself as well. All right. So I'm going to be going live in a little bit, a couple hours. I'm going to be having the 2-2 portal. Today is the second day of the second month. That 2-2 portal really helps with guidance. It really helps with manifestation. It helps to clear away blockages that have kept you from receiving the guidance to travel your path at the most safest way possible. All of that. Today's a really powerful day to push through all the obstacles. Everything you ever wanted is on the other side of fear. Whatever it is you're afraid to do, that's probably what you need to be doing. Probably what you need to be doing. Really let yourself wrap your mind around that. Really. So, unless you're a stalker, then you need to stop. Unless you're a stalker and you're afraid that she'll call the police if you continue, because I promise you, she will. Are you still offering the portal blessing? Yes, I made the link active again. The link is in the pinned comment for the live stream. I already set up the live stream for today's portal ceremony. I'm going to be doing a fire ceremony, and there's different options for different expedites you guys can get. Let me. I don't know the link. I don't know the link, but I'll be going live at 4:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time today. I hope I see you guys there. And again, please give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe. Turn on that notification bell. Join me when I'm live. Bye, guys.